Hey Pisces, welcome to Honeybird Tarot. I'm Shan, and this is going to be your general reading for May 1st through May 15th. So let's get started. We're going to start with the Moonology Oracle deck for your oracle. Okay. Let's see what pops out. Came out for Capricorn and I think one or two others. Let's see if it comes out for you. All right, Pisces. Too much spirit. Pisces, I feel like spirit got a lot for you. You may need to pray and meditate and see what spirit has for you because they got 1,000 messages trying to jump out for you right now. Not may need to pray and meditate. Everybody needs to pray and meditate, but I'm saying they may have something specific for you at this time. One more card, please, spirit, for Pisces from May 1st through 15th. Just one more. Please. Oh, thank you. Okay. I feel like your oracle answered the question. I mean, asked the question and then answered it with the next card. Okay. What do you need to release, Pisces? Waning moon. There's something in your life that you're holding on to that you need to let go of. This could be a physical thing. It could be a person. It could be a mindset, a way of thinking. Who knows? What is it? And then the next card is New Moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. I feel like that is what you're needing to release, Pisces. What you scared of? Let go of your fears. They are holding you back. They're keeping you from manifesting. They're keeping you from being intentional about what it is that you want to do. You need to let them go. Okay? You and your loved ones are safe. And look, I can totally understand, and this is New Moon in Cancer. I totally understand being in the energy of worrying about or being fearful about the safety of yourself and the people you love, especially in this time. But Pisces, Spirit is saying you and your loved ones are safe. We have you taken care of. We have heard your prayers, and you can use that energy that you're using to worry to bring forth something else in your life, to be intentional about something that you want to manifest, because you are always manifesting, whether you're being intentional about it or not. There's a proverb that says, when you pick up one end of the stick, you pick up the other end as well. So that means whatever thoughts you are putting out into the universe, whatever actions you are putting out into the universe have effects. Okay? They have effects. So if you're not being intentional about the energy that you are putting out there, then you're just going to get the other end of whatever it is. If you're putting worry out there that someone is not safe, you're asking the universe to give you harm. And I know that that's not what you want. Okay? So you have to release your fears. You have to let go of them. They are holding you back, and they are possibly bringing more of the and quite possibly bringing more of the energy that you do not want into your life. Okay. All right. right? Pisces, look, Pisces. And there's lots of water here. You are the only water sign that didn't show up in your oracle reading. All right. So I'm quite sure that, those feelings, those fears and emotions have you in a very watery, very emotional place, and you already watery Pisces. Okay, Spirit is saying you can come out of that energy. It's safe. It's safe. Ooh, wrong deck. All right. So we're going to get into your tarot, and I'm going to use the Dust to Onyx Oracle. Not an Oracle deck. It's a tarot deck. Dust to Onyx Tarot deck by Courtney Alexander. This deck is amazing. I love it so much. It is new, and the cards are big, so bear with me as I shuffle. Also, because it's new, after I get your spread out and I go through and give my initial read on it, I'm going to refer to the guidebook to get you additional messages, because I'm not completely familiar with it yet, because I don't know everything, Pisces. But I don't want you to miss out on any messages that Spirit has for you. So I'm going to be obedient, and I'm going to crack that book open and see what else is there for you. All right. Oh, my thumbs are sore from shuffling these cards all day, y'all. These cards. That's happened a few times, and none of them have bent yet. So that's good. One more. Pisces, please, Spirit. Message for Pisces. Message for Pisces, please, Spirit. May 1st through the 15th. Are you with me? Why are y'all so tight-lipped about Pisces? Pisces, you keeping secrets? Are you not talking? Pisces, I feel like you keeping secrets. You holding something back. That's a lot of cards for the door right here. I can't take all those. Alright. Anything else for those? Spirit, can I just get one more card for Pisces, please? too many, Spirit. I know. Oh, they got so many messages for y'all. Please go pray and meditate. Write in your journal. Pisces. There we go. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Pisces. So, first card out, you have the Five of Blades. So, the Five of Swords. The Five of Blades talks about it could be mental conflict in the sense that you are in conflict with yourself. It could be conflict like arguments or sharp words, sharp communication, speaking too quickly, aggression. It could be having to lie or tell a white lie or keep a secret about something, Pisces. It could be, if you do have to lie, being protected or having a good reason for keeping a secret or a good reason for telling this lie. Could be, like I said, internal conflict that leads to conflict with someone else in your space. All right. The Queen Mother is here. The Queen Mother is the Empress. She is nurturing. She gives wise counsel. She helps bring balance specifically to the chief or the emperor. She, while the chief may be the the leader in the sense that they make uh, they make decisions or are like the face of the leadership. The Queen Mother influences that leadership. It is her wisdom that influences the decisions that the emperor or the chief makes, and where the emperor is authoritarian and disciplinarian and about control, she is giving and nurturing and flexible and merciful and abundant and nurturing, and she flourishes. Where the emperor or the chief energy is cold, she is warm. Okay? And I feel like Pisces, if this is you showing up, you are very abundant. You are very loving, nurturing, caring. You are very, very wise, and you are in the ear of the people who are making decisions. It's really you making them. You are influencing the decision makers. You, everything you touch turns to gold. Everything you touch flourishes. Okay? You are what is holding your tribe together, your family, your community together. It's your loving, nurturing spirit. Look at her body. That's the body of a loving nurturer. That is someone who is nursing or has nursed. This person looks pregnant. Could be. The Empress is pregnant in a lot of decks. You could be pregnant, Pisces, getting pregnant. Somebody might be wanting to get you pregnant. Yeah, pregnancy or fertility is here, Pisces. It could be in a literal sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a literal sense. You could just be spiritually, emotionally, creatively fertile, living in your heart space so that you're able to manifest creatively. Papa Blade is here. This would be the King of Swords. This is an energy kind of similar to the Chief or kind of similar to the Emperor in that he could be kind of cold, sharp, cutting. He's also very wise, makes wise decisions, is not afraid to cut out what needs to go. Could be controlling. He's also abundant, but I feel like his abundance is brought on by his clarity of thought, his clarity of action, his precision. Okay, and Papa Staff is also here. Okay, Papa Staff, this is fire energy. This would be the King of Wands. He shows up and shows out in the world. He makes sure that he is seen and heard. He blazes his own trail. He will burn it all down if necessary because he knows that growth comes from the ashes. Okay. And the Four of Gourds are here under the deck. Under the deck is something, could be something that you don't see, or it could be the overall energy for the read. And Four of Gourds talks about being so focused. It could be being so focused internally, focused on your own emotions that you're not even aware of this other emotional cup that's being offered to you, being aware of this love that is being offered to you because you're so focused on the emotions within, what you're feeling within. So it could be a missed opportunity. It could also be rejecting something. You don't like what's being offered to you. It's not satisfactory. It's not good enough. So you are ignoring it. And I feel like looking at this is general, but if this is a love reading, I feel like Queen Mother, you might possibly be in conflict with yourself, maybe lying to yourself, or maybe possibly lying to others, and could have a Papa Blade and a Papa Staff interested in you or after you or pursuing you, a fire sign and an air sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Or you or someone else involved in this situation has those signs in their chart, but really it could be anyone who is embodying those energies. Or it could be that there's one partner who is needing to balance the energies of Papa Staff and Papa Blade, that they're embodying both of those. It could be your partner, and maybe you're trying to help bring them into harmony, but there's some conflict between you. There's definitely some sort of conflict here, some sort of possibly lying or arguing or something that feels not completely forthcoming. I don't want to say deceptive. It doesn't feel like an outright lie. Like I said, a lie with a good reason, like to protect someone, like really to protect someone's safety or something like that, or um, maybe to protect someone's feelings, which I don't think you should lie in that case, but you know. I feel like this is having a sharp intuition too. The Five of Blades has a blade right on their third eye and crown chakra. So a sharp intuition, a sharp and precise. The messages that you receive from the divine, from source, are sharp and precise, are very pointed, and you're very intentional with your mental energy, intentional the uh, with what comes in through your third eye and your crown chakra. You know how to point that energy and aim it in the direction that you would have it to go in. You know how to use that to cut out whatever is unnecessary. And you are your intuition is very clear. There's nothing cloudy about it. Okay. Let's see what the book has to say, right? Okay. Vindication, cunning, dispute, exoneration. Okay. When I said lying to protect someone, I had the image in my mind of the Five of Blades or Five of Swords from the Hoodoo Tarot. And that person has five blades, but they have a silver coin under their tongue. And the story behind that is if for some reason you needed to lie on the stand in court, you would place a silver coin under your tongue so you would not be held accountable for the lies that you had to tell in order to be exonerated. Okay? So that's what I meant by like a lie, but a lie for a good reason. All right. Okay, let's see. An encounter with the Five of Blades brings us face to face with defeat in many forms, in the many different forms it can take. A common theme in mythology is the fall of man And the Five of Blades reminds us of the inevitable, that we may not always be on the winning side. Okay? Most of us have heard the old Bible quote from Matthew 16 and 26, the King James Version. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? We can be so intent on winning that we lose sight of the impact our actions have on ourselves and on others. This is what I meant by conflict, allowing mental conflict to seep out into your external reality, and inner conflict becomes outer conflict. If you are in conflict with yourself, or you're deceiving yourself, you're going to deceive other people. You're going to be in conflict with other people. And Spirit is saying you need to be aware of that. When it comes to arguments, this is the energy of saying whatever, just letting it fly, letting them lips flap, and then you're gonna mess around and say something you regret. Spirit is saying, do not be in that energy. Ooh. No, I've learned that lesson before. Okay. Queen Mother. Let's see what we have for the Queen Mother. All right. Fertility, creativity, love, and nurturing. Here we have the Queen Mother, the pillar of her kingdom. The earth is her throne and adornment. She is conscious of the ripple of creation from her womb to the seeds that birth new life in the lands. At her heart rests the saber-toothed tiger, a symbol of the subconscious primordial instincts that fuel her survival. At her crown, she is adorned with a large aventurine stone, bringing the abundance, good fortune, and balance needed to rule her kingdom. I told you, you bring balance to the kingdom. You bring fertility to the land. The life of the kingdom, the life of your family, of your community, comes from you, Queen Mother. Your nurturing energy and spirit. Queen Mother is not only partner to the chief, but also an advocate for her people. Today in Ghana, West Africa alone, there exist 10,000 Queen Mothers. In the Kingdom of Benin, the Queen Mother is essential to the well-being and protection of the Oba king, and by extension, the entire kingdom. She nurtures and cultivates through outreach, as well as with educational, environmental, and health programs and organizations. On a national level, the Queen Mother is a strategist or strategic strategist who campaigns for issues that affect those beyond the borders of her community. Her message is value yourself. Value the life you have. Seek the things that are beautiful, free, and open. Nurture those around you and share the highest expression of love you have to offer. Nestled in this bosom is a great Venusian expression of, it's a great Venusian energy that becomes the source of all your endeavors. Play, love, grow, and cultivate the best within yourself and the world around you. The lusciousness of your inner garden will pollinate others. This is the message of the Queen Mother. If you are receiving the message of the Queen Mother, she is asking you to review how you are developing yourself and your relationships. Okay? What is the source of your power and creative energy? What are you bringing forth into this world? Are you working from a space of masculinity or ego, like the chief, her partner? Do you need the balance found in the feminine and communal energy of the Queen Mother? Allow Queen Mother to come to you like a doula to guide you through the birthing of a new sense of fulfillment and well-being. That is absolutely beautiful, Pisces. And I feel like that is the energy that you are in. And right now, I think you are the one who is coming to balance out this energy of the Five of Blades that could be in the environment around you. I don't feel like it's you. It could be you arguing with someone, you being sharp, not paying attention to your words, not paying attention to the energy that you're putting forth. But if it is you, Spirit is saying that you need to embody the energy of the Queen Mother. And even if it's not you, you still need to embody that energy to bring balance to everything is around you. Excuse me. All right, Papa Blade. expertise, equality, cooperation, analysis, and specialization. I have a personal philosophy in life. If somebody else can do something that I'm doing, they should do it. And what I want to do is find things that will represent a unique contribution to the world, the contribution that only I and my portfolio of talents can make happen. Those are my priorities in life. Neil deGrasse Tyson. In these strenuous times, we are likely to become morbid, and look constantly on the dark side of life, especially in these particular times that we are in, and spend entirely too much time considering and brooding over what we can't do rather than what we can do. Let us rejoice at the many unexplored fields in which there is unlimited fame and fortune to the successful explorer. Um, this is cardinal fire and air. Okay. If there's ever someone fit to run a large institution, it is Papa Blade. So I feel like this is very much the energy that you are here to balance out. This could be a partner of yours, Pisces. Um, it's Papa Blade, due to his ability to affect change and bring innovation on a larger scale. This makes him an especially great fit for the sciences or government. His ability to organize his keen intellect and his efficient management style make him a strong leader. However, his commitment to his rationale distances him from the emotional waters and physical sensation of earth. At worst, he can be violent and rash without any compassion or conviction. I told you he could be cutting and harsh. He may struggle to be in tune with his heart, nurture relationships, or express sensuality. He must be reminded to come down to earth and experience the richness life offers. By doing so, he can avoid the more harmful inclination to be strict, judgmental, domineering, and narrow minded in his perspective. Pisces, if this is a love reading, if this is about a relationship, you could be in either one of these energies and your partner is in the other and you're needing to balance one another out. I'm feeling like Pisces, this is you in the Queen Mother energy and you're sent to balance out, if not a partner, some other type of energy, some other harsh, sharp cutting energy around you. And if it's not a love relationship or a relationship at all, if this is solely about you, Spirit is saying that you need to bring those two opposing sides of yourself into balance, okay? And let's see about Papa Staff. Remember, I said he is a fiery energy. He shows up and is seen and heard in the world. He takes up space intentionally, raises his own trailer. Okay. Visionary, generous, decisive, evolutionary, and virile. Okay. I don't really care what people think. I just do my own thing. I like being loud and letting people know I'm there. James Brown, whose face that is, at least partially. These are composites of celebrities and historical figures that Sis used to create these images, the faces and the faces cards, which I love because it gives you a sense that you actually know and recognize these images because you've seen these features before. But back to Papa Staff. Papa Staff is the primordial fire, raw power, versatile yet volatile, the great creator and destroyer. Fire is pure energy, the spark of the soul. It is essential to life. Entire ecosystems rely on wildfires to strip away dead plant material so that more sunlight and moisture can penetrate the deep soil, resulting in fresh vegetation. I feel like something or someone is blazing a path so that you can be the Queen Mother. This may be you saying, I want to give my love and nurturing. I want to bring fertility and abundance to this situation into my life, but there's so much blocking it that I just need to burn that down. And people may think, that I'm being cutting or cruel or whatever, but it's not. I'm burning down what needs to go so that things can grow. Okay. Let's check out the Four of Gourds. All right. introspection, silence, meditation, awareness, and inaction. Okay. Count your blessings. There is plenty to be thankful for. However, do not get too comfortable. When we are stuck in contentment for too long, life passes us by quickly before we realize that we have so much growing left to do. Valuable lessons and opportunities might pass right under our noses and make it far into the distance before we even realize they existed. Told you, missed opportunities because you're so focused on what you already had, what's already a part of you, or a part of your emotional landscape. It could be because you're concentrating on a loss, or because you are so focused and so content with what you already have that you are not even looking to increase yourself. You're not looking to increase your bounty. You're not looking to manifest more. And just because you are, I mean, you should be in an energy of wanting to manifest more for yourself. Wanting that does not make you greedy, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you are ungrateful for what you have. It's just knowing that the universe is infinite, your possibilities are infinite. The universe enjoys showing up and showing out for us. You can have all that you desire. And I'm pretty sure you're probably still not desiring enough. You don't need to sell yourself short, Pisces. The Four of Gourds is a time of balance and stasis. Things may be going well. We have three full gourds in front of us, yet there is a sense that something important is still missing. Okay? All right. Let's clarify. I'm going to clarify with the tarot of the Orishas. Mm. Yeah, this Five of Blades is definitely about conflict, about cutting words. Could be some jealousy, betrayal, arguments, all of that, because the Three of Aries here. This talks about um, heartbreak, betrayal, like I said, but especially in this deck, about jealousy, about being territorial, about um, arguments over um, who or what or where belongs to us. And yeah, I definitely feel like that you are trying to balance out some energy of conflict that is around you, Pisces. Okay, we'll take that as confirmation. I did get the cards out. For 1 second while I collect the entire deck. Oh my goodness. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Why y'all gotta be difficult? I miss any? Give me 1 second. Let me make sure I got all of them. Here. Okay, I got them all. All right. Oh, okay. All right. So, before everything went flying, to clarify the Queen Mother, you got the man, which is also the star. This talks about healing, hopes, and wishes, and realizing that you have what is necessary to bring those hopes and wishes into manifestation. I definitely feel like that's the energy that you are bringing, Pisces, the energy of healing. Okay. The Six of Water is also here. This talks about nostalgia and reminiscing, possible reconciliations, and loving emotions to do with an energy from your past. Okay? So maybe the argument that you are having, Pisces, is with someone from your past, or this energy of conflict is in your past and is unresolved, and you are wanting to bring healing to that situation. You're needing to go back to something and bring that energy of fertility and new life that you carry with you when you're embodying the spirit of the Queen Mother, to bring healing to a past situation. It could be a love relationship, it doesn't have to be. It could be family, a friend, just anything from the past. And even if it's not from the past in this life, it could be from a past life. Alright, what is... Beautiful. Balance. You have the guardian angel, which is also temperance. So this Papa Staff energy, that fire energy, could be a Sagittarius. You can have Sagittarius in your chart, Pisces. But it's saying that you need to bring all parts of yourself into balance. You're needing to temper the fire, the water. All the elements are present in this card. The angel's feet are firmly planted in the earth, and these are earthen vessels. And then she is pouring water back and forth between the vessels. She is tempering it, balancing it out. The wings represent air, and there are also clouds and lots of sky in this card. Air, and the silken kind of sash that the angel has is representative of fire. Okay, and the animation, the fact that this angel is living, and when you think biblically, oftentimes angels are said to like appear as fiery, or being like inside a fire, or on fire. So all the elements are present here, and I feel like you are needing to bring all those into balance, to temper it first in yourself, so you can temper this energy of Papa Blade that we talked about. While I don't have to go all the way back into him because we talked about it, but to bring your nurturing and loving energy to something that could be too cold and too cutting. Right? The message from fire is here, and the message from fire says that you have what it takes, that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind, your intention, your internal fire to. This fire that Papa Staff embodies, you have it too. And you can use that to make whatever you want to happen, and that you should not let anyone tell you otherwise. And the Six of Fire is here. This talks about a recognized victory. Okay? There are 6 torches in this card being carried. 2 carried by this man in the front, and 4 more carried by the other men in the card who are carrying this woman back into the village that they just rescued from that dragon, which they are also carrying back into the village, presumably to probably cut up and do some things with. I don't know if they're gonna eat it, but maybe, and probably make some things with this hide, you know, or at the very least to show the villagers, look, we have slain this thing that dared come in and carry off one of our women. Right? It's your balancing out of this energy, your balancing out of this situation that's going to bring in this victory. The same way that the Queen Mother balances out the chief and leads him to be victorious for their tribe, for their people. That's what you're doing, and this is what it's going to get for you and yours, Pisces. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, Pisces. You have the Ten of Water or the Ten of Cups. This is total emotional fulfillment. This is love. This is balance. Being able to live in your emotional self and in your intellectual self and your higher spiritual self, your intuition. Having total balance between those things. This reading is all about balance and the balance that you bring. And I feel like because you are bringing balance to this situation, you can expect a recognized victory. You can expect for there to be an overflow of good emotion, of happiness, of um, contentment, of joy, of romance. Also, this is about recognized victory too. These fish are coming together to form the shape of a crown, Queen Mother. Okay. The Eight of Fire is here. I feel like someone has been suppressing emotions. Someone has been, and this could very well be the energy of Papa Blade that is suppressing emotions, suppressing fire, and spirit is saying, you need to embody this. You got to balance that out. And maybe they've been suppressing it for so long that when it does come out, it's coming out like this. Those emotions are going to bubble up and boil over and explode out. Okay, but that's because they've been suppressed for so long. But it's okay. When volcanoes erupt, do you know what they create? They create new land that is absolutely ripe for bringing forth new life. That is called primary succession. I taught science for a little bit. Yeah, I knew that was going to come in handy for something. I'm an English teacher, actually. Shouldn't have been teaching science, but that's a whole other reading, okay, Pisces? But yeah, all right, what's at the bottom of the deck? You have messages from air here. I feel like you are getting messages through your intuition from your guides, and they are leading you to be in this creative energy of the Queen Mother, this creative, fertile, abundant energy. Messages from air too could be um, your muses inspiring you to help you create music, poetry, some other form of like intellectual art, or something that really causes you to be in your not in your mental space because you create from the heart space, but maybe what it is that you are creating is going to cause people to think. Queen Mother, maybe you sing, or maybe you write poetry, maybe that's how you bring things into balance. Maybe that's how you speak to your people, speak to your chief or your Papa Blade is through song, through music, you know. But I definitely feel like those messages are coming in for you. All right, you have one, two, three. Yeah, most of this is up to you, Pisces. This is for you to do. This is for you to balance out, and that's a good thing. If the universe has not said yet, okay, we got to step in and handle this for Pisces. They trust you to handle it. They know that you can very well embody that energy of the Queen Mother, and the universe is trusting you to do it. Okay? And I absolutely believe that you will do it. You will bring balance to yourself into this situation, and that balance is going to bring plenty of abundance in an emotional sense. And I feel like it's going to manifest as you know, either an overflow of love in your relationships and your surroundings. But that energy, being in that energy, calls in manifestations in your physical reality too, physical abundance, material abundance. So even though it's not necessarily here, I feel like, well, it is here with the Queen Mother. She is abundant. I told you she got the Midas touch. Everything she touches turns to gold. I told you I can feel the energy of material wealth, material abundance, even though there's no specific cards here about that. And I feel like your balance is calling that in, Pisces. Okay, this was beautiful. And I love you so much, Pisces. And if this resonated for you, please let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you back here next time for your next reading, okay? Pelu Ife. With love. Bye, Pisces.